Life is a perception, my dear friends. When we have to face life, the most important matter is our perception. How do you see the life? In most of the life of a human beings, what matter is that they are very disturbed and very tensed about what happens around them. And that makes them anxious and that makes them very worrisome. So the basic thing human beings have to do is, it is not the thing which happens outside that worries them, but what worries them is that what others say about what happened. So never worry about what others say. Always have confidence in yourself. Your life does not depend upon others' tongue. Your life depends upon your action, your thoughts, and your words. You are very unique. And you are the best person you can ever see in your life. Have that confidence in you. Always feel that you are very worthy. Always feel that you are very efficient and you have immense potential, which has to be unleashed. And when you unleash all the potentials you have, you can really discover yourself. That is the most noblest aim of human life. And the most important thing in life is, and the most valuable thing in life is time. Never waste a second. Always be creative, always engage in very creative activities. Every day you have to evolve yourself, every day you have to grow yourself, intellectually and mentally. Evolving mentally and intellectually makes you more stronger. Human being is not weak at all. They are very strong. What makes them weak is their thoughts, is their way of seeing the life. There are two ways of seeing the world or seeing the life inside you and around you. Either you can see whatever things happens outside you is wrong, or you can see in another way, and that way is whatever happenings inside you is whether wrong or right. That is the thing which you have to analyze. If you can correct your thought inside and make it more positive, you can see all other things happening outside you as positive. World is very beautiful. Universe is very splendid. World can work without us, but we need the world. So in order to carve out our own niche in this world, we have to manifest our potential, we have to manifest our productivity and our all kind of effectiveness in all walks of life. We cannot be a part of crowd. We are unique, so that we have to be extraordinary. All the great champions of the world, all the great personalities of the world, or all the persons who have created history, they took an extra mile and they undertook severe penance and they undertook severe struggles to move ahead. And they discovered that perspiration is the only way out to conquer greater success. Albert Einstein once told, genius is 99% perspiration and 1% inspiration. Michelangelo put it in this way: the greatest danger in life is not aiming high and missing it, but aiming low and achieving it. That is the greatest danger. Never go behind petty things. always have the tendency, always have the determination, always have the consistency to finish the biggest task ahead of you instead of finishing the small things in front of you. Great people does that. Successful people always does different things in different way. They have a unique style of working. So they utilize their time. Time is ample enough. There is enough time for us, provided we manage it properly. We have to have self-confidence. We must be convinced of our ideas. We must enhance our knowledge. We must be curious enough to know the world. All these are factors which can determine the nature of our personality or leadership qualities. A leader has to be a motivator. A leader must be confident of himself. A leader must be committed to himself and to the world around him and to the work he is doing. Commitment is a really big factor which leadership should have. And he must be able to communicate what he is doing, what he is thinking properly to the masses or to his team. So all these enables the leader to walk ahead with optimism. Mutual trust, mutual respect, mutual understanding with the teammates or with the society is an integral part of the leadership. And there must not be any integrity gap in the personality of a leader. What you say must be in union with what you do. Mahatma Gandhi was once asked, "What is truth?" And with a smile he replied, a definition he gave to the truth, the most simple definition ever had about it. Say what you think and do what you say, that is truth. Say what you think and do what you say, that is truth. A leader must be able to make his words, thoughts and action come together, and all the three must go together, walk ahead together to make a great achievement or to conquer a great achievement. That is the embodiment of a leader. When the leader has to earn the trust of the people, his words and his action must be very scrupulous. It must be very honest. Honesty and integrity must be the hallmark of his character. So when all these characters embodies in one person, when he keeps it up forever, and every day he evolves through it in a meticulous way, in a very systematic way, upholding the morality, upholding the ethics of his profession, of his outlook, of his daily life, there evolves a great personality out of it. So many great people have done it in the world. Mahatma Gandhi, Martin Luther King, Nelson Mandela are all very typical examples of such kinds of systematic approach they have implemented in their life. So nothing is impossible for any human being. Everything is possible, provided we have the persistence and we have the consistency in our principles in everyday's life. We must be very disciplined. We must be very determined. We must be very dedicated to the task ahead. And to accomplish your task ahead, the only way to work it out is to implement your principles in a very systematic way so that we attain the highest goal of our life. That is the essential qualities of a leadership. Our life is made up of what we do. Is it like that? No. Our life is made up of not what we do or not what we say. Our life is made up of what we give to the society. For that, we must be confident of ourselves. For that, we must have strong belief in ourselves. Whatever we earn, intellectually or mentally, or any kind of earning we have, when that success reach into a certain stage, the significance come out of it through a way what we contribute to the society. The knowledge we acquire must be given to the society. The wealth we acquire must be given to the society. When you grow yourself, when you make sure that you are developing yourself in all the ways, it is your duty to make sure that you enable the society to grow up with you. That is what entrepreneurs do, that is what big companies do, and that is what a great leader do. So that sort of commitment to yourself makes you to be committed to the society. And for that you must have complete trust in yourself and complete trust in the people around you. Every people have their own vision and mission. And leader must be able to explain his vision and mission to the team or to the staff or to the people around in a very humble and noble way, so that the people understands it and the people grasp it and they should be motivated, they must be inspired by that vision, so that they themselves will be a very integral part of achieving that mission. Make them feel at home. Leaders should not stand away from the people. Leadership always is among the people. Leaders should be among the people. Leaders must have the capacity to understand what is happening around, what is happening wherever he goes, and to observe it, and to understand it, and to implement principles which can move ahead. Always think optimistically. Never we should allow ourselves to dwell in wrong things. Whatever has happened has happened. Mistakes may happen. But don't dwell on what happened in a negative way. That has gone already. So always think ahead. Make sure that mistake doesn't happen. A man can fall at any time. Falling is not at all a mistake. But the mistake lies where? When a man falls, when he is not ready to get up from the place where he has fallen, that is the greatest mistake. The glory of life consists on getting up from the place where you have fallen. The great champions of the world does that in any walks of life. They have a meticulous way of marching ahead with sheer perseverance and sheer persistence. You can see Ronaldo, Messi, Usain Bolt and all those things, all those characters. Walking ahead, they have achieved great things. They are still climbing the ladder of success. So success is not a destination at all. Success is always a journey. Life must be treated as a pilgrimage. Life is a pilgrimage from mother's womb to the tomb. When you can treat life like that, everything in life will be considered as a noble thing. Never look at the negative aspects. Nothing is negative if the mind is very positive. Life is unpredictable. Anything can happen. But let anything happen. We must have an equanimous mind. Bhagavad Gita says about it. The word used in Bhagavad Gita about that is Sthita Prajna. One who having an equanimous mind. Whether you are facing sorrow, whether you are facing happiness, don't go to the extreme. Keep your mind in a stabilized way. Accept whatever comes in a very balanced way. That is what a calm, poised mind do. Calmness is the basic factor of success. The success depends upon the very big factor, and that is how you respond to the life. People live in two ways. Either they react to life or they respond to life. Reaction is instant, immediate to whatever happens. And that reaction is always without a thought. But responding to a situation is always after a thought. And when you respond, it will be more wise, it will be more calm, it will be more very much balanced. So always responding is the way you should adapt in your life, whatever may be the situation. What makes you happy and what makes you very sad is how do you see the things around you. It is just as I told in the beginning stage, the perception. So discovering yourself is attaining a very calm mind, a very, very, very peaceful mind, through which you can very peacefully coexist with the nature, with the society, with your family, and with everybody. Nothing will disturb you. Nobody can make you inferior without your permission. Nobody can disturb you without your permission. It is your mind. Never give the control of your mind to somebody else. Let somebody's words or let somebody's action do not disturb you. You are the master of your smile. You are the master of your tears. You are the master of whatever actions you do. It doesn't depend upon or it doesn't spring out of from the words what others say. Your control of mind must be within you. Somebody who have conquered the mind is the biggest emperor of this universe. Without conquering the mind, whatever you conquer, whatever you achieve, nothing will last. The only imperishable thing in this world is the knowledge which you acquire to lead the life in a very dynamic way, in a very enterprising way. And when you have the personality, when you have the guts, when you have the confidence, when you have the concreteness of ideas in your mind, make sure that you will march ahead with optimism, sheer courage, and you will walk ahead towards more successes. That is how you mentally grow. That is how you intellectually grow. And you will stand tall among others with all humility and with all kind of integrity and sincerity you display around you. Humility must be your exaltation, and exaltation should be through your humility. A beautiful word in Bible. So the more you grow up, the more humble you must be. Humility makes you to grow more and acquire a lot of knowledge. Read more and practice what you have read. Let your thoughts, let your words, and let your action be in harmony. And when these three factors come into an harmonious way, you become extraordinary. You become unique. And you become very, very dynamic and very energetic person. And you will be in a position to transform the society and yourself throughout your life by giving out what you have inside you and by enhancing your kindness and compassion and showing it to others. You can build a world with calmness, with patience, with beauty around you, and that is what a leader must do. Thank you very much.